So now, being software and really being a computer program, essentially they need a certain, set of data that gets input into it in order for it to return values to the claims adjusters. So essentially, what are these computer software programs looking for in order to give you the best claim settlement?
Right. They're looking for information. They're looking for specific medical information found only in the chart notes of the injured client. In the beginning of my legal career, I experienced the frustration of not having the proper or effective medical documentation on an injury case that could have been there. However, after researching what is needed for the claims adjuster's computer review, I discovered the power of effective medical documentation and the kind of medical documentation a good doctor has to do to unlock the value drivers in a given personal injury claim. So going back to a problem with Colossus is, the claims adjuster could miss a crucial piece of medical evidence or even ignore an important document that helps explain pain and suffering value to Colossus. Thus, this evidence is not put into the computer evaluation. So this action can skew to the detriment of an injured person the claim value the computer would have assigned for settlement had it been properly documented, by the doctors. This would then increase the chances of a lower settlement offer and the need to file a lawsuit, which ultimately drains time and cost on the injured person. And it's crucial your injury attorney is familiar with Colossus and the other computer programs to have a plan as to how he or she combats this reality.
And to kind of put this all together and to really paint a picture into the people listening, into their minds of how this software kind of comes to play in the real world, I'd love it if you can share a story or a case study or give an example of where this software played a key role, either positively or negatively, for maybe one of your clients or just a general example.
Yeah, if you don't have the information and the other party is using the computer program, it can be detrimental to the case review, which will help increase the chances that a lawsuit would have to be filed. So I would say that I always assume the computer program is on an injury case when I have a client, and if there's not, State Farm claims publicly that they don't use any computer programs, and they're the largest insurer of cars in the United States. Every 3 out of 5 cars, I think, are insured by State Farm. But I've heard through, those, it's a lot. I heard through those in the know that they are now using Colossus for the state of Texas. I don't know if I can't confirm or deny that, but I've heard it. But I've also heard if they use it in Texas, they'll use it in California, and then they'll just go from there. But if you haven't, it's really crucial that the person listening to this program, if they have a lawyer and they're going through the process, they need to really ask their lawyer the questions about the computer programs and what the plan is if there is one on their case. The lawyer should have a workable knowledge of the programs being out there. Most lawyers know about Colossus. I would say less than 2 or 3 or 5% of them know about the other 3 programs. They essentially do the same thing. There's different calibrations, but the plan that the lawyer has in place in terms of helping the doctors know what to look for, what to document, what to put into the chart notes to make sure that this communication on these value drivers is being properly communicated. That is really the key to solving this mystery with these programs. That's really crucial.